All right, listen, you know, the holidays are here, and we actually have a segment coming up. Molly, you're doing about holiday tipping? Are you doing the holiday tipping segment?
I'm doing the holiday tipping
And we're going to actually do a poll in a sec, but I've been...
Thanks, Namwa. All right, the postman delivers your mail in the rain, snow, or sleet, but does he deserve a tip during the holidays? Etiquette expert Jacqueline Whitmore is here to offer us some holiday tipping guidelines. Now, Jacqueline, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. I have a confession to make. I'm having old home week on the show because the last time I saw Jacqueline, she was called Jackie. This was before all the etiquette stuff, and she was Miss BPOE, and I was Miss Apopka Foliage.
I was Miss L.
Miss Elk Lodge, and I was Miss Apopka Foliage. We knew each other years ago, but I'm actually really interested in this because how do you decide who gets a tip?
It's really hard in this day and age because as our guest list gets bigger, our funds get smaller, so we really have to be very selective.
Yeah, absolutely. Now who are the top 5? Give us the top 5 people.
Well, I would say my top 5 are usually the hairdresser,
all right,
the housekeeper, the babysitter, any live-in help like a nanny or a nurse, and the personal fitness trainer.
Oh, yes, we've got to keep our personal trainers happy. What about teachers at school and that sort of thing?
Well, you shouldn't give a teacher cash.
No. Slip it under the table, give my kid a better grade, right?
Although they would probably appreciate it. Give them a small gift from the child, usually something handmade by the child, and that works really well, or a gift card.
Now let me ask you this. We talked all about mailmen, but they didn't make your top 5 list. Now, why is that?
No, you're not supposed to give a postman cash. No.
Really?
But you can give them a gift up to $20.
Okay, all right. Now, let me tell you all this because I'm sure some of you have been waiting to hear the poll results. You're sitting there at home going, I don't tip my postman, am I a bad person? Well, 73% of our audience do not tip their postman, so you can feel all right about yourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't see their postman because they're at work.
That's true. Oh, Namwa has a question. Namwa?
I do. Now, this is about the postman, but of course it can be applied to anybody. This is from Amy in Virginia. She says, I know it is the season and all, but what if your mail carrier is terrible? Or I suppose you're a personal trainer, or your nanny, or whoever. Ours routinely leaves packages out in the weather, rubber banded to our mailbox, instead of driving it up to our front porch, which is all of 50 feet away. I don't want to be a Grinch, but what happens to tipping only when it is deserved?
Yeah. So the whole thing here is for anybody that couldn't hear or something. What if the person, any one of those people you listed, your cleaning lady, whoever, isn't that good?
Right, well,
Which
first
you
of all,
should probably not have them, but
probably shouldn't have them. No, you don't always have to give money as a gift. And a lot of people think, oh, I have to give an extra 20% here and 15% there. Right. There are alternatives to tipping. Yeah. Yes, a tip is to ensure proper service, but a lot of people now are opting to provide alternatives besides cash.
Now, and this is a great question that came in through one of the chat rooms I heard about earlier, and I want to know this myself. There's this whole thing that if you're in a salon and the salon owner does your hair, that you don't ever tip him. Is that true?
That's not true, because if the salon owner charges the same thing as all the other stylists, yes, you should tip them. But if they charge above and beyond what everybody else charges, then they've kind of packed in their tip on top of that.
Okay. All right. Oh, and what was I going to say? How much do you think is a good amount? Do you? Oh, wait a minute, Bob.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one of the top 5 people I always tip is the hair braider. So, there you go. Oops, that's a quarter. Never mind. Thank you.
Look at him. Thank you, Bob. That's our what not to do.
Yeah.
There he is.
Counting pennies.
Yeah, counting pennies. How much is the appropriate amount? Because that's always the question.
Well, it always depends. Let's take the babysitter, for example.
Yeah.
If your babysitter makes, let's say, $50 that evening, I would tip $50 extra, and maybe a small gift from your child.
Okay, all right.
Let's say it's your hairdresser.
Right.
20% is adequate. Or, like I said, a lot of people are opting for a gift card. For example, your hairdresser has been pampering everybody all year long. Why not get them a gift card for a personal massage?
Oh, that's
Pamper
a nice
them.
idea. The thing I'm wondering, though, do you think most people would prefer to have money? Because, I mean, that's the question I always come back to. I mean, you know, do they want gift certificates and little gifts? I mean, I can't even see the school teacher wanting a gift from my daughter. I mean, I love her, but gosh, no. What do you think?
Well, cash never comes in the wrong size, and it's rarely returnable.
That's right. Guy, I know you have a question. What's going on out there?
We are out here in the audience. Hi, what's your name?
Sonia.
Sonia, where are you from?
I'm from Merritt Island, Florida.
All right, you got a question for Jacqueline?
Yes, actually, I was just wondering, I know they covered how much, but when is the appropriate time to give your gift? Should you mail it? Should you bring it in and drop it off, like if it's a hairdresser or somebody like that?
That's a great question.
Oh, that is a good question.
Yeah.
I think the best time to give it to them is when you see them, obviously, but let's say you don't see your hairdresser the whole month of December.
Right.
Then maybe you can mail it a couple of weeks before December, or let's just say, oh, you show up January, the first week in January, you can send them a little belated
Jackie,
gift.
thank you so much, and so good to see you. You look
see you.
exactly the same. You're wonderful. Thank you. It was really helpful.